What is Battlecourt Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the side wall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gosherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gosherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
mate. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gosherry, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point
win.
set and match.
Point set and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battlecourt game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battlecourt Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battlecourt Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Battlecourt Jai-Alai. It's opening night of the Fall 25 season between the defending champion Renegades and the Warriors. And with that, want to welcome everybody back to another season of Battlecourt Jai-Alai. Andrew Bleckman joined alongside the best Stu Nyman to bring you another season of Battlecourt. Beginning here with our defending champion Renegades against the Warriors. In the draft, the Renegades, you're going to see Gosherry, Goenaga, Amigarena, Ben, CRB, and Flores in that order. And for the Warriors, Douglas, Alex, Manny, Julen, Gallo, and Correa. We'll talk through some of those changes as we go throughout the broadcast today. But let's get right into the action with a Division IV doubles match featuring one of the new teams for the Renegades, Goenaga and CRB, who they picked up in Division V in the draft. They'll take on Gallo and Manny for the Warriors.
Great to be back, Andrew, and very happy to be announcing this first match.
Let's get right into it. Division IV doubles to get our season started. Renegades and Warriors in 6 matches tonight, 2 singles and 4 doubles matches.
Reminder for anyone who might be new to Battlecourt, first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
Couple decisions for the Renegades in this offseason, whether to let Goenaga walk potentially as a free agent or to move him up to Division II. They chose to move him up. They picked in Division III. That player was Amiga Reina. And then Division V was the only other selection for this Renegades team. And they went with CRB, who's played majority of his career down in Division VI, had a great doubles record last year. And he gets the call up to Division V and is partnered up with one of the best front quarters in Goenaga. Gallo, one of the new additions here. It's the only new addition to this Warriors roster, and you're going to see him up in the front court today. We've seen him mostly in the back court throughout his battle court career, but he's got some versatility. He's getting right into it. There's the serve.
Goenaga serves. We begin. Here's the backhand by CRB to the inside. Goenaga calls for the rebote, makes the save. Tip ball at the sidewall. First point of this match goes to the Renegades. Goenaga and CRB. Goenaga has a serve.
It was a very interesting decision for the Renegades this offseason. Goenaga is one of the most explosive front courters. He throws a lot of shots. He scores at a high rate. They wanted to bring him back, sacrificed a little bit, but if he can still bring it, his team's going to be right back where they found themselves last year in the
Gallo
championship.
picked that serve well. Goenaga's got the rebote. Here's the forehand by Manny. Rebote forehand. Scoop by Goenaga. The drop shot. Manny takes off. Gets there. Could not bring it into the cesta. 2 points for Goenaga and CRB of the Renegades. Goenaga has a serve.
You look at the numbers last year for Goenaga, I mean, top 10 in shot attempts, total shots that scored, and drop shots, and cortadas specifically, and he gets right into it with a drop shot. Makes a tough scoop. Throws the drop shot from the left side. You see Manny, that's a long run coming all the way in from the backcourt. Couldn't make the catch.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
And quite the test here for Gallo. I mean, going up in the front court for the first time
Especially against
this
that
quality
serve.
of opponent. Yeah, you mentioned it, Stu. One of the best serves, 21 aces on the roster last year for Goenaga. His tops on the roster.
Manny from the backhand. Low and hard to the inside. Rebote forehand, straight back. This one caught by Manny. CRB now from the 10 line. CRB from the 12, backhand to the inside. Gallo's there. Goenaga was calling for it. CRB makes the catch. Gallo midcourt, over the top. Cortada will score from the forehand of Goenaga. Excellent shot selection working out there for the Renegades. Goenaga and CRB have 3. Goenaga has a serve.
Well, it's an effective shot for Goenaga because he has so many weapons. He throws the ball particularly hard, which is going to keep the opposing backcourter deep in the court. And he throws so many shots that Gallo's going to have to defend the outside of the court closer to the net. Leaves the inside part wide open, and that's where the drop shots come in, and those cortadas from the right side executed there to score.
CRB on the forehand to the inside. Backhand by CRB. Gallo's there. Gallo now from the 8 line to the outside. Goenaga reads it, gets there to make the save. Big bounce. Read by Manny. Stopped by Manny. Picada by Manny. Scoop by Goenaga. To the outside it goes. Gallo got a hold of it. Could not hold on. That's a well-played 4th point by both teams, Goenaga and CRB. Lead 4-0.
Yeah, Gallo going with that backhand straight to the outside. Got by Goenaga front ways, but he's such a smart player. He positions himself so well out on this court. He knows where to be. Makes this rebote save. And leads to a point for the Renegades. 4 straight to open up this match.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
Aye.
Ball's tipped in the corner. That is a 5th point for Goenaga and CRB. Possible set point.
Yeah, for those wondering, why was that not interference? CRB maybe in the way of Manny's. You went to make that catch. Well, not only do you have to stop, but you have to request interference. Manny went for the ball. Once you do that, you lose the right to request it. It's a 5th point for the Renegades, possibly set point.
Here's a backhand by Manny to the inside. Powerfully thrown. CRB is there. Robote, left side. Catch by Gallo. Drop shot by Gallo.
You got there.
Drop shot by Goenaga will score. Point and set. A straight set victory here for Goenaga and CRB of the Renegades. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
First set of the year. A clean set going the way of the Renegades, picking up right where they left off last year as our champions.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Back here in the players' cage with Goenaga and CRB. And having to move Goenaga up a rank from Division III last year to Division II. Obviously some questions is how that would affect this Renegades team. One of the ways it impacted them is that this team in particular, with their 5th division player in Goenaga, had to play up in Division 4 compared to Division 5, where we've seen Goenaga and Flores the last few seasons. There were some questions as to whether the competition increase might take away the effectiveness of that team with Goenaga in front. But so far, playing up in Division 4, you wouldn't have guessed that Goenaga has been in Division 5 all these years. Didn't skip a beat, scored on 2 drop shots and 1 cortada, and that's how he got a majority of his points in Division 5. So more of the same from Goenaga, even with some tougher competition, and that's about as good of a sign as you could ask for if you're the Renegades. CRB last season, the best doubles record of any player in Division 6. He was 16-4 across his 2 doubles teams in 20 total matches played. Big reason why he got the call up to Division 5 this season, drafted by the Renegades. And even though the Warriors are returning 5 of the 6 players from last year's team, they only are returning 1 doubles team at their same rank. So this is a new look Warriors team. And this Gallo Manny team is going to have to work out some things. 6-0 the first set, see how they rebound.
Gallo serves. Second set is underway. Robote forehand. Here's a catch by CRB. Backhand. Carries high into the backcourt. Out to the Robote. CRB. Backhand to the inside. Manny's there. Goenaga. Robote. Manny steps up. Backhand from the 9 line. Powerful backhand, low and hard. Here's a beautiful catch and return by Manny. Drop shot, read by Gallo. He gets in there, forehand, powerfully thrown, did not go 3 walls, cut back to the inside. CRB's there. That cleared the overhead screen. Scoop by Gallo. Forehand by Gallo going to the outside.
Good one.
That is perfect placement to score. Gallo and Manny first up on the board here in the second set. Gallo will serve. Yeah, perfect position. I mean, Gallo, not quite the 3-wall play, just excellent placement. That ball just landed in and then went straight to the player's cage.
Yeah, not the best backhand 2-wall we've seen from Goenaga. He scoops it up in the middle of the court.
Boom, perfectly done.
Hits in the cage.
Here's the backhand by CRB. Robote to the inside. Manny takes it on the bounce. Robote, forehand. Manny calls for it. Right side, straight back. Goenaga calls for it. Plays it on the Robote. Gallo reaches in to make the catch in the air. There's the backhand. Robote coming out. Manny advances to the 8. There's the backhand to the inside. Robote saved by Goenaga. Manny makes the catch. The carom, beautifully executed by Manny to score. 2 points for Gallo and Manny. Gallo has the serve. Yeah, Manny saw both of his opponents tied up, just locked up on the inside here. Makes the catch on the forehand.
You see how deep
and then Goenaga's
too.
behind him too. I mean, that's if you're going to throw a carom, throw it well. Have it cut close to the front wall. That's just well done.
And players in this division might be able to take advantage of his positioning if he's out of place a little more compared to the last few seasons down in Division 5.
That ball goes off the tip of Manny Sesta. First point in the second set for Goenaga and CRB. Goenaga takes over the serve. Fault. Over serve. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Second serve is good. CRB missed the scoop clean. That Robote will fall short. Hits the pad. The pad is most definitely bad. That is 3 points for Gallo and Manny. Gallo has the serve.
Gallo doing a nicer job of getting involved in this set. A little more active on the inside, cutting a few off. That starts to put a little more pressure on the defense. Goenaga's going to try to compensate a bit, pull himself out of position, and then that's where the Warriors can attack.
CRB on the backhand. Low to the inside. Manny looks for the Robote. Plays it. Goenaga picks it up on the bounce. Hard to the inside. Scoop by Manny. Here's the backhand. It goes wall to wall. Powerfully thrown. Manny takes us on the bounce on the forehand. Big backhand. Robote coming out to Gallo. Gallo in position. Little low. Picked up by Goenaga. Goenaga hard to the inside along the wall to score. Beautifully thrown from the costado of Goenaga. Goenaga and CRB have 2 for the Renegades. Goenaga serves.
Perfect placement right here. Costado, that's the shoulder level throw from the left side of the player's body. Gets a little bit of a bounce on it, but look at where it's kicking up. That is right at the number 10 line, right along the side wall. The closer you can get that ball to the wall, the more difficult the catch for the opponent.
Quite the serve by Goenaga is stopped by Manny in the backcourt. Robote dropping, save by Goenaga. Well, that took a big bounce. Manny does make the save. Here's Goenaga. He's got it at the 6th line to the inside. Beautifully thrown. Manny makes the save. Goenaga's got it again on the bounce. Back to the inside. What a scoop by Manny. Catch by Goenaga. Robote forehand, kicks. Miscommunication on the Renegades gives Gallo and Manny their 4th point. Gallo will have the serve. Yeah, so CRB, Goenaga was telling CRB to go for it. CRB, I don't know, things were happening very quickly as he was turning to throw Robote. I don't know if he thought that he was calling him off, but he definitely was not calling him off because he wasn't anywhere near the ball.
And a little bit of a learning curve with a new partner, too. He's played with Flores, Aratz, and Urbieta majority of the last couple seasons. Now a new partner. You're going to see some mistakes like that.
Yeah, CRB is a little different than those guys. Actually, a lot different. Here's the backhand by CRB. This one caught on the forehand of Manny. Goenaga, powerful backhand from the 7-line wall to wall, out to the rebote. Gallo moves in, sends it outside and out of play. 3 points for Goenaga and CRB. The Renegades. Goenaga has the serve.
It's a tough one. It's a long rebote. Gallo's moving to the inside, and then in the end, it just kind of ate him up. The only way for that ball to go was to the outside of the court and up, and ultimately out of play.
What a catch by Manny off the blasted serve by Goenaga. Here's the backhand. Low hard backhand. This one caught by Goenaga. CRB, fine catch on the forehand. CRB again, this time from the 13 line over the top. A little close to Manny there. There's the backhand by Manny. CRB's there. Backhand to the inside. Dropping. Rebote left side. Pick up by Goenaga. Hard to the inside. Scoop by Manny. Here's the backhand. Rebote. Caught on the forehand of Manny. Outside placement by Manny. Read by CRB. Stopped by CRB. It's a beautiful return by CRB. Goenaga will pick it up on the bounce. Backhand from the 8. Goenaga was calling for it. CRB had the feeling, made the catch. Beautiful catch by Gallo. There's the backhand by CRB. Ball missed to the inside. 4-4 is the score. Goenaga has the serve.
Yeah, Renegades ultimately won that point, but there were about 2 or 3 balls in a row that Goenaga called CRB off, but it was coming right to him. He stepped in there and made the catch. Again, it's all about communication. Just got to talk through it, figure out how you want to play. But if it's coming right to CRB and he's got it lined up, sometimes maybe easier for CRB to just make the play and get it up. Did a great job on that point.
Yeah, if he's in the zone, I mean, he stopped that outside, the outside and returned it beautifully crossing the wall. There's the hard serve. That scores. The ace will take Goenaga and CRB to a score of 5-4, possible set, possible match point.
And also, I think in Division 5, as we talked about, you can maybe get away with playing more 1-on-2. But here in Division 4, you're playing Manny and Gallo, 2 skilled players. If you don't let CRB make that catch and Goenaga's playing all these rebotes from the 9 or 10 line, Warriors will eventually take advantage.
Rebote by Goenaga. Catch by Manny. Manny. Cortada. Caught beautifully by Goenaga. Scoop by Manny. Here's the backhand. CRB has it. Backhand to the inside. Here's the backhand. Rebote, left side. Goenaga calls for it.
Heard that one.
They heard that one back in the Basque Country without the microphone. CRB gets in there to make the play. Here's the backhand. Scoop by Goenaga. Cortada by Goenaga will finish it. Point, set, and match for Goenaga and CRB, taking it in straight sets. 6-0, 6-4.
Well, Renegades answering some questions early on. Goenaga and CRB, one of the new teams. So they get the win in straight sets, 6-0, 6-4. See this team making their way off the court. A couple players moving up ranking, no problem. 1-0 for Goenaga and CRB. Take a look at this final sequence. What a cortada that was by Goenaga. Backhand by Manny. It's a backhand 2-all. The catch was the most difficult part of it. And then when he gets this, see how he ducks down low, throws it just above the pad. Good play with the sidewall, and that second bounce is pretty much up on the floor. Not really much height there. And a win for the Renegades, their first of the game day.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Coming up next, we're going to see Flores and Ben taking on Correa and Julen. That's a 5th division doubles match. But we're going to hear from our winners first, Goenaga and CRB. Winners of that first match of the game day. See a lot of familiar faces out there for these two teams. Flores and Ben didn't play together last year, although both were members of the Renegades. And then Correa and Julen played last season together for the Warriors, put together a 6-4 record. Started off strong with a 4-0 and then kind of faltered down the stretch, but a team with high hopes coming into this season, led by Julen in the back end. Good compliment with Correa up in the front. Yeah, we will hear from our winners, Goenaga and CRB, before we begin our next match. And we heard they're ready to go. Let's toss it over to Goenaga and CRB joining us over in DraftKings Players Cage after that win, guys. Congratulations. It's a new team put together. It was your first time playing. What were your thoughts about that opening start?
Just getting used to each other, talking. That's really the biggest key for both of us. First time playing with each other, so I think it was just communication. That was the really biggest adaptation that we needed.
Awesome, guys. A great start. Good luck the rest of the game day today.
Thank you.
And we will go into match number 2, 5th division doubles, featuring Flores and Ben for the Renegades, taking on Correa and Julen for the Warriors.
Very interesting to see this matchup in the front between Flores and Correa.
Yeah, Flores has been doing most of his work in the back for the Renegades throughout his career, so moving up to the front here with Ben, see how he fares. There's a serve by Flores. We begin. Backhand to the inside, low runner, caught in the air by Ben. Catch by Julen right along the sidewall, low runner, stopped by Flores. He sends it deep. Pass Julen, rebote left side, hooked up the middle. Flores steps in, makes the catch, backhand, floats it up, past both Warriors. Now Correa comes cross court, saves the rebote. Softer cortada, dropping. Julen takes it as it crosses the sidewall, right back to Ben. Now the forehand. Forehand just above the pad. Cortado take a second bounce and score. Correa and Julen.
Beautifully thrown by Correa. We know that Correa is particularly lethal on his forehand as far as getting the ball to bounce, the hard serves. And here, he breaks out a cortada, low above the pad, going right to the sidewall and the feet of Ben.
Ben backing up, takes the serve at the 12. Sends it inside, here's Julen. Scoop by Ben from the 11, sends it high and deep. Long rebote coming out, Correa's got it lined up on a knee, saves it to the inside. Ben gets it before it crosses, sends it back to Julen, he's got it on the left side. Ben stops another one, backhand from the 12, up the middle, now Julen. That one's in the pad, and the pad is bad. 2 points for Correa and Julen.
So Karam's a little on the difficult side to throw. Ben's got a good one. Got a better Costalo 2-all. Better off the left side than the right side. He threw that from behind the 10 line. He's got all the power. He needs to throw it just a bit harder if he wants that to land in. Which he does, by the way.
Backhand to the inside. Catch overhead by Julen. Here's Flores now from the 7. Floats it up. Julen going to keep that one on the left side. Low runner. Scoop by Ben. Floats this one high, crossing the wall. Julen lines it up. Sends it back. A little more power. Ben back beyond the 13. Makes the play. Correa reaches in from the left side. Backhand. This one dropping. Ben running around it. Looking to save the rebote, and he does. Julen advancing. Charging in from the 9. Forehand to the inside. Ben. Great catch. Picata looking for the big bounce. Julen steps in front of it, cuts it off. Forehand to the inside. Tough one, edge dropping.
Great
Ben
save.
digs it out once more. Correa attacks. Outside placement.
Wow.
That's a good one. 3 points for Correa and Julen.
So Correa lethal with that right side. Very much leaving off where he, or beginning where he left off the end of the previous season. I mean, that outside placement was just above the pad. Going to the outside was beautiful. Cortada before that. And again, attacking. Julen's behind him, so he's got nothing really to worry about back there.
Ben just launches that backhand. Julen steps out of the way. Correa saves the rebote. Ben from the 10. Forehand crossing the wall. Julen
Tipped.
trying to step in front of it. Missed it on the bounce. That's going to get the Renegades, Flores and Ben, their first point of this match.
The announcer's curse never fails. Never fails. Never fails. Been watching Julen practice now for a couple weeks. I think that's the first tip I've seen.
Julen from the 9 line, he blasts this backhand. Flores takes off, stops at the 6, drops it to the inside on the rebote. Julen hand on the wall, forehand, right up the middle. Ben backing up. Nice quick bounce catch, comes back over the top. Correa watching it as it passes. Now Julen from the backcourt, looking for the big bounce of his own. Ben says he's got it, and he does. Saves the rebote inside. Julen again keeps this one on the forehand, delivers it a little bit lower. Ben, with time, makes the catch. Correa from the 7, low runner to the inside. Ben reaches in, pulls it right off the sidewall. There's a backhand, caught by Julen.
Great catch.
Ben rips it off the sidewall, sends it back to Julen, waiting for it at the 10 line. He goes deep. Rebote forehand by Flores along the wall. Slows things down for the moment, backs Julen up now from the 11. Back inside, big bounce up over Ben's head. He's got it. Julen another forehand. This one hits high out the front wall, kicking up. Ben stays with it. Outside placement attempt, more up the middle. Julen reaching up. Karam, it lands in. Stopped by Flores. Cortada by Flores. Oh, what a catch by Julen before that second bounce. Ben leaping catch, long Karam. It's going to be in. Correa stops it, winds it up. Cortada of his own. That one dropping. Oh, look at Ben get it there before the second bounce now. Cortada with a softer touch, and Ben picks it off the wall again. Rebote coming to Correa. Soft touch inside, scooped up by Flores. Backhand, passing into the Chula.
That was
diving
Great
save by Julen. Keeps the point going. Ben with a Costado 2-wall. It scores. Well played point goes to Flores and Ben.
That's a well-played point by all 4 players. Ben not making any mistakes here in the backcourt, reading the ball well. He's mobile. He's moving up. He's moving back to make the stop. Flores, no mistakes in the front. Julen read this well. That was about to score. Got assessed under it. Ben with this 2-0. Correa knows it's coming. Just tipped it.
Ben digs out another rebote. Correa takes it in the air off the front wall. Sends one outside. Ben, perfect positioning, makes the catch, sends it back, crosses the wall. Now Julen winds up beforehand. Kicking up high. Ben stays with it. This rebote is coming out. Correa at the 7, drops it inside. Ben with the pickup, but dropped it. 4 points for Correa and Julen.
We did see some more of those misses last year by Ben when he wasn't playing with Gosherry. Playing behind Gosherry, he's an absolute vacuum. Sometimes playing with players not quite as good as Gosherry, Ben will tend to miss a few. That seemed to be the case there.
Ben, long
What a
cortada.
shot.
Correa's got a chance at it. Good defense up in the front court. Now Ben back at the 12 line. Fires it inside. Julen, forehand. Right up the middle. Ben steps in front of it. Quick bounce catch brought in. Sends it high off the front wall. Long rebote coming out. Julen stays with it. Sends it right back to Ben. Good pickup again, deep in the backcourt. Julen able to run under this one. Sends it inside. Tough scoop. Clean miss. Rebote. Oh, is in the pad. Great second effort by Ben, but that's 5 points and a possible set point for the Warriors.
Clean miss on the scoop. To get into position to try to make a rebote after you've just put your body in position to try to scoop it. Not an easy thing to do. Ben, again, his positioning spot on, just not able to get that ball in the cesta. Great effort, though. Tremendous effort by Ben.
Great catch by Ben as that crossed the wall. Backhand up the middle. Rebote's coming out. Correa, forehand, right up the middle. Ben stops it. Oh, he goes high from the forehand. Julen out for the rebote. Makes a save. Big bounce. Ben reaches up high. Forehand. This one's got an even bigger bounce on the return. Julen right there at the 10 line makes the catch. Ben steps up, takes it in the air, sends it back. That one died off the front wall. Julen able to get there. High scoop made by Ben. Powerful backhand follows. Here's the rebote. Saved by Correa. Ben this time sends it inside. Three-wall play. Julen on a knee. Makes the save. Ooh, right between both Renegades. Ben with late notice scooped it up. Back inside. Here's Julen. Low runner. Crossing the wall. Ben snatches it up. Sends it deep. Right into the corner. Rebote forehand comes in low. Crossing the wall. Scooped up by Ben. This one coming way out. Correa up at the 5 line. Saves it to the inside. Tough scoop. That one's missed. Point and set. Correa and Julen take it 6-2. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play our second set.
So, Correa and Julen off to a tremendous start here for the Warriors. Reminder, you're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City Highlight Fronton in Miami, Florida. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking their breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. But, yeah, I have to say that I'm impressed with Julen and Correa.
Well, they played just so controlled out there.
Yes.
I mean, didn't really do anything.
Neither was stepping on the other. Correa
No.
wasn't back here at the 10 line in Julen's face. Julen wasn't bypassed. They did a really good job. Communication seemed to be spot on as well.
Yeah, and playing aggressively to save spots out on the court, not throwing it towards the boundary line, not flirting with the pad, but hard to the inside, testing both of these Renegades, and again, should be a good recipe for success. As we said last year, Correa and Julen started off 4-0, so this team got out of the gates hot, kind of fell off towards the end of the year. They finished just 6-4, but they're back here, and experience certainly early on in the season is a big factor.
Renegades, they always have the same energy. That energy that's driven by victory. The Warriors seem very serious. I mean, just the countenance is serious. Like every player that I've seen, every player that I've spoken to today. You know, I didn't want to ask one of them, so how was your weekend?
Well, it's interesting because this is a team that is returning 5 of their 6 players from last year, but they only have 1 returning doubles team from last year. Stu and I join you here back in the DraftKings Players Cage. So they made, what that tells you is they made a bunch of changes within their doubles teams, and I think that's maybe why they have a lot of new life. They've got Douglas moving to the backcourt,
Which will be interesting
Alex
to
in the
see.
front
Yeah,
in
definitely.
Division I doubles. So again, this is the same roster, but a different feel, different energy coming out this season, and expectations are pretty high. Correa and Julen, and on paper, seem to be one of their better teams in this 5th division. So far, so good. See what they can do here in set 2. Julen's got it in the middle of the court, forehand, low and hard to the inside, tipped by Ben.
Warriors coming out aggressively here in this second set. Again, Ben has been all over those catches. That one right at his feet just came in hard. Julen, of course, favors the right side.
Here's Ben from the 10 line. Back to the inside. Catch by Julen. Forehander bote laid up high off the front wall. Julen steps in on the bounce from the 8 line. Fires it inside, crossing the wall. Ben looking for it. It's a nice save on the rebote, but Correa up at the 4 line turns it.
Oh, what a
look
catch
at
by Ben.
Perfect positioning. Stopped the 3 wall in the air. Now Julen another chance. Forehand, lower and harder. Scoop
Beautiful
by
scoop.
Ben. He sends it deep. Correa tracks it down, plays it inside. Ben right there, stops it in the air. Costado to the inside. That one dropping. Julen sweeps it up off the floor. Nice save. Big backhand there. Rebote forehand by Correa. Dropped to the inside, picked up by Ben. Costado, 2-wall.
Beautifully
Opens
executed.
and scores. Nice shot from the backcourt. We're tied 1-1.
Ben breaks those out, and he does so with a high degree of efficacy. That was just beautifully done by Ben. Again, back here at the 10 line, winds up. That's a long way away from the front wall to throw a 2-wall that opens up like that. One.
Julen sends it deep. Long rebote coming out. Flores, who drops it above the pad. That's a long run, and Julen's not going to get there. 2 points for Flores and Ben.
So Flores just did what he could to get that ball back up to the front wall. Looked like he hooked the rebote a little bit. Don't know that he meant to throw it that perfectly, but hey, scores. Well done. Well done.
Correa picks the serve, whips it outside. The outside placement scores. 2-2, tied up.
I don't know that we see Correa throw many of those, but that was done very, very well. I mean, that was very well. He had the serve comfortably there on the left side. Very well done.
Serve takes Ben to the outside. Low bullet stopped in the air by Julen. Sends it back. Ben stops it overhead. Big backhand, long rebote, played up at the 6 line, dropped up the middle. Flores is there. Now Julen all alone gets out there, saves the rebote. Tough scoop.
One.
Ben made it again. Julen over the top, looking for the bounce over Ben's head. He stays with it. Big bouncer on the return to Julen. Tough play, and that scores. Flores and Ben retake the lead, 3-2.
That ball just came up on Julen. Ben, that was one real fluid motion. He got rid of that more quickly than he usually does on the right side. It just came back to the side wall. A little deeper than Julen was expecting. You could see how he stutter stepped to try to stop that ball and assessed it. Just wasn't able to.
Julen advances, delivers it low and hard. Nice scoop up there at the 11 line by Ben. Correa all alone, diving save on the rebote, lays it up. Ben working around and makes the catch from the costado. It's a 2-wall, but that is too wide. That is out of play. 3 points for the Warriors.
One of Ben's quirks. He threw it out, even though he doesn't have a whistle of his own. He's asked for one a couple times, but if it's out, he usually says, yeah, that's out.
Might turn into a permanent. You ask for a whistle, you might keep it.
Well, you know how I feel about that. Yeah, exactly. We always need judges.
Ben from the 11 makes a nice catch, plays it back to Julen inside. He goes deep. Flores alone at the 6, turns a 2-all with a big bounce. Julen stops it. Karam, he's got the space. Oh, Ben actually overran it, knocked it down, 4 points, and the Warriors back in front.
It was a great play by Julen. Julen moved up on it. Flores did not go out to the outside. He was going to, then he saw Julen winding up. You don't want to step in front of him while he's throwing that. Ben Had it on the left, was prepared to take it on the right.
A tough catch by Ben off a well-played serve. Julen inside at the 10 line, goes deep. That just does clear the overhead screen. Drop shot rebote. Oh, not enough, but it does score. Correa attacking. 4-4 is the score. Flores and Ben serve.
That's one of those when you have a preferred side. In that case, we know that Correa, the preferred side, is the forehand. Don't know that he would have had an easier time with it on the left side. He looked like he knew what he wanted to throw before he made the catch and dropped the ball.
Julen, outside placement, knocked down by Flores. Both Renegades there, but that is 5 points. Possible set and a possible match point here for Correa and Julen.
Yeah, Ben's got to call Flores off of that scoop. Ben has got the better line on that ball. Scoops are always more difficult.
What a catch by Ben, but he juggled it. Point, set, and match. Correa and Julen take it in straight sets. 6-2, 6-4. Okay, gotta say, pretty strong performance by Ben there in the backcourt. Flores showing some good stuff up in the front as well, given his limited battle court experience up there. But Correa and Julen looking as strong as ever. Straight set victory to start off their season.
And that is a close-up of our
camera works.
Of our barrier.
It's a nice sharp shot, huh?
That's right. You see, when a player takes his frustration out on that, there's not a, players are stronger. Extreme close-up. God forbid that ever happens in the announcer's booth. I mean,
well, they try. There was a camera here for about 2 minutes, and you saw how long that.
Stu, could you turn your head to the left? No, that's not any better. Could you turn your head to the right? All right, let's go with Andrew. Andrew's side view. No, that's not working either. Okay, let's kill the announcer's booth. Let's kill the announcer's booth.
Just when you think it couldn't get worse, they got me on camera. Well, you see 2 players out there practicing, not 4, because we got our first singles match of the year coming up next. Goenaga moving up to Division 2 with his debut match against Alex. And folks, we're back here. Let's hear from our winners, Correa and Julen. Congratulations, guys. You're one of the teams that is consistent from last year. You guys paired up together. What are your expectations for this Warriors team this year?
As long as we can have an interview after every match, I think we'll be in good shape. But we've been playing together for quite some time, and every year we just get better, and we've been working on communicating. We recently just bought some walkie-talkies, and we kind of just been working a lot on that and talking with one another. So it's been helping out.
So far, so good, guys. You're 1 for 1 on those interviews. Congratulations on that win. Thank you for the time.
Go Warriors.
First singles match of the year coming up between Goenaga of the Renegades and Alex of the Warriors. Last year, Goenaga undefeated. He was 5-0, but that was down in Division 3. Alex, 4-1 in Division 2. That was tied for the best record with Iturbide. And a great matchup here in singles. Goenaga serving to Alex.
Goenaga serves, and the first singles match of our 2025 Fall Battle Court begins with an ace. First point for Goenaga.
Perfect serve there. It crosses just beyond the 11 line. We'll play with the side wall. Just hit by Alex. Perfect start.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Robote coming out. Here's Alex, backhand from the 10 line to the inside. Big backhand takes off. Alex looking for it at the 6 line. 2-all by Alex, ready and stopped by Goenaga. Goenaga going hard to the inside. Alex, all the speed's not going to get to that return by Goenaga. Well done. Goenaga has 2 points and the serve. Again, Alex just coming back to us after playing several tournaments. Long court over in the Basque Country.
I heard he did pretty well over there too this summer.
Yeah, he's played great. And there's an adjustment that takes place, but he usually adjusts pretty quick. The ace will score for Goenaga. Goenaga has 3 points and the serve.
Well, last year in singles, only 4 aces in Division III and already 2 in this match in the first set. It's a perfect spot. He's hitting that spot just beyond the 11 line. Drops below Alex's cesta. It's such a tough play when you get it that close to the side wall.
Here's the catch and return by Alex. A little clip off the side wall. Goenaga sends that. Stop by Alex in the air. Hard throw to the inside. Scoop by Goenaga. Alex, backhand with control from the 9. Off the tip of Goenaga's cesta. That's a point for Alex. He'll serve.
Really, right off the tip of that cesta.
And that was a very controlled Alex that we just saw. You could see not just out there blasting it wall to wall. Here's the backhand by Goenaga. Robote, forehand by Alex to the outside. That kicked up and hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. 4 points for Goenaga of the Renegades. He serves.
And again, to talk about control, didn't look he had like a lot of control there. Kind of a violent swing, pushed it to the outside, and ultimately kicked up in that screen up there. 4-1 for Goenaga, looking strong already.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Here's the backhand by Alex right up the middle, taking on the forehand of Goenaga. Backhand by Alex, wall to wall from that left side. Robote kicks out to the 7 line. Robote forehand, back to the inside. Goenaga's there, he winds up. Coasty inside, read by Alex, stopped by Alex. Here's the backhand. Stays on the wall and passes. Hard throw, scooped up by Goenaga. Scoop by Alex, backhand. Alex from the forehand, looking across, scoop by Goenaga. Alex takes that one in the air, backhand from the 10. Big backhand by Goenaga. Robote coming out to the 7 line, turned on the forehand of Alex. Again, gets away from him, hits the overhead screen. That's 5 points for Goenaga of the Renegades. Possible set point. The Robotes, obviously, if you want to look at one thing, Alex, you know, making the transition from the big court as recently as I think last week to back here is that forehand Robote is kicking. I mean, he's got a powerful forehand Robote. These are kicking up into the overhead screen.
And what else is different? Our side wall, and he's had trouble with a couple of those serves too. So all these mistakes and misses kind of make sense given what Alex has been doing and playing on a different court this summer.
Yeah.
It could take a little bit to get used to it. And
I think he'll make a quick adjustment.
I'm sure he will.
Here's the backhand by Alex. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Alex. Costello is out. 2 points for Alex and the Warriors. He serves. Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Robote forehand, laid up. This one caught by Goenaga. Goenaga hard to the inside. Alex got assessed on it. Could not make the play. Point and set. First set going to Goenaga of the Renegades. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
Goenaga of the Renegades takes that first set 6-2 in his debut match and up in Division 2, Stu.
Doesn't look like he's missed anything between divisions.
No. And again,
My division was never that good, but his seems to be pretty good.
well, can't get much better than 14-1 in his last 3 seasons in Division 3 singles. 1 win shy of going perfect. And he does it in a variety of ways, too. I mean, he has such a good costado. I mean, maybe he doesn't have one go-to shot, but he throws such a wide variety that you can never get comfortable playing Goenaga, particularly here in singles when you kind of cover the entire court. He catches the ball well enough. I mean, top 15 in catch rate last year, just outside the top 10 in kill rate. He adds a couple aces, and just overall a guy you want on your team competing in singles regardless of rank. I mean, he moved up, and man, you wouldn't even know.
That was an unauthorized wandering in the direction of the announcer's booth, which...
That's one.
That's one. Andrew, tick sheet.
I'll mark
Remember,
it.
we have to contact our union about those. You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently playing our 3rd of 6 scheduled matches on this, the first game day of Fall Battlecourt 2025.
And something I've observed over the last few seasons is sometimes with players that are right side dominant, again, those right side dominant players, sometimes it's a little harder for them maybe on this court compared to some others, because you mentioned when Alex goes back home, I mean, he won just about everything there was to have won and played just fantastic. And you come out here and you don't have as good of a costado as maybe some other guys on this roster. It just limits what you can do offensively, and at the end of it, it's just tough to put points on the board.
It really is a question of muscle memory. You train for years in a particular environment. Same thing for the guys who've trained here at Magic City since 2018. They play this court beautifully.
Right.
And some of the nuances of this court as well. It's been great to see, but sometimes those nuances don't translate at first.
Right.
At first. But most people adjust.
See what Alex can do here, see if he can get one back. He will have the serve to begin set number 2.
We're ready to begin our second set. Alex has the serve for the Warriors. Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Goenaga advances to make this catch. That's a hard backhand. Alex will keep it on the right side. Oh, coming over the top hard. Caught the pad. The pad is bad. That is a first point in the second set for Goenaga of the Renegades. Goenaga serves. Alex really kind of trying different things just to start establishing dominance. I mean, once he gets a couple points on his belt, I mean, he really starts firing them, but you see those first couple land in. Fine catch by Alex. There's the backhand. Caught by Goenaga. Goenaga to the inside. Alex is there. Backhand. Hard to the inside. Right to the corner. Robote left side to the outside. Read perfectly by Alex. Alex goes high. What a catch by Goenaga. Goenaga for the bounce. It's going to make things tricky. Alex trying to get that before it hits the back wall. Great effort. That's a second point for Goenaga of the Renegades. He's got the serve. Yeah, I mean, it's
all about positioning.
Well, and he's got the speed, too. I mean, to try to catch this in the air, maybe you want to go for this on the Robote. Not this. Well, what he throws here. But when you're trying to outrun the ball to catch it, ball's always moving faster than you. Usually you see it on the Robote with stutter steps. You know, we were trying. Once you start doing that, it's like you're already in trouble. Good hard serve by Goenaga. Caught and returned by Alex. Robote forehand. Forehand to the inside, scooped by Goenaga. Robote left side to the inside. Alex is there, winding up. Costado to the inside. Rebote forehand, played to pass. Goenaga sets up for the rebote. He makes the play. Catch by Alex. Drop shot by Alex. 1, 2. It scores. Alex is on the board with a point and the serve for the Warriors.
Yeah, got Goenaga backing up on the back foot right here and throws the drop shot. See, that first step is just kind of back, and then Goenaga tries to recover. It looks like he might get assessed on it, but yeah, that's practically on the floor. Really no chance to catch that one.
There's the backhand by Goenaga. Rebote coming out. That's a tough bounce. Alex handles it well. Drop shot. That is perfectly executed to score. 2-2. Alex serves the Warriors. Was he biting his tongue when he... I think tongue was out when he throws this. I think we'll get a scene.
Maybe he thought it was just a bit short here on the release.
Yeah.
Dropped it. He's leaning with it. Drops it just above the pad. But it's perfect.
The power of the tongue. All right. There's the backhand by Goenaga. Rebote coming out. Alex is there. Excellent catch by Alex. Tough one. Hey, that carambola, kind of a carambola. Carambola enough to score. 3 points for Alex. He serves.
It's a tricky spin as it kicks off the sidewall and then back to the player's forehand.
With bounce, though. That's what. It's and not bounce. Like a sidearm.
No.
So carambola is thrown to the front wall. It goes from the front wall to the side wall, and from the side wall back to the outside. Doesn't always go with bounce, but that one did. Here's the backhand by Goenaga. Rebote forehand by Alex. Scoop. High on the left side of Goenaga. Alex forehand, rebote to pass. Scoop by Alex. That 2-all caught the pad. 3-3. Goenaga serves for the Renegades.
And 2 of Goenaga's 3 points have come off of missed shots by Alex. I mean, 2 right into the pad. But you like to see him go for it with that costado. I mean, you got to throw the 2-all, even if you don't land it, just to get your opponent thinking you might be throwing it that direction. Will certainly help. Maybe just a little bit. 3-3 late in the second set.
It's a powerful serve again by Goenaga. Beautiful backhand by Alex. A little clip. Rebote's out. Rebote forehand by Alex. Cut off by Goenaga. Goenaga to the inside. Alex reads it. What a catch. Right on the tip of the cesta, about 2 inches away from the sidewall. Again, at the sidewall, Alex makes the stop. The hook into the pad will give Alex a 4th point. And the serve. Alex seeming a bit more comfortable. Certainly with those catches there at the side wall.
Well, just 2 on that point. I mean, that should help you get a little confidence if you're struggling to begin this match. Perfect catches. I mean, Goenaga couldn't have placed him any better, and Alex just snatched him right up. Then he gets the point, too.
Excellent serve by Alex. Here's the backhand by Goenaga. Wall to wall, out to the rebote. Forehand rebote rifled by Alex. Scoop by Alex. Costado inside, picked up by Goenaga, and a beautiful catch. Alex on the hop, makes the catch. Costi, little clip off the side wall. Still scoring, though, 5 points for Alex, and a possible set point, which would give us our first 3-setter for today, I believe.
Yes, it would, Stu. Goenaga moving up on the ball, trying to catch it in the air so he can throw a shot. How about this scoop by Alex, though? He keeps it close to the side wall. Good sequence here. What a catch, though. Again, right on the tip. He tries to take that in the air, but it's dropping low, and you see just a missed ball in frustration afterwards.
Backhand by Goenaga.
Oh,
Chula scores.
got it.
4 points for Goenaga. Still possible set point for Alex. Goenaga clearly capable of finishing this off, coming back and finishing this off. Alex has got to get this point, but nothing you can do against that.
Drops in the corner. The back wall and the floor meet. No chance to save that rebote.
And that gives him this serve. Let's see what he's able to do with it. Alex on the backhand from the 11 line. Low, hard backhand. Rebote forehand. Right to the corner, out to the rebote, at the side wall to score.
Yeah.
Point and set to Alex. Alex takes the second set for the Warriors. 6-4 will be moving on to a third and final set in this singles match in just 2 minutes.
Yes, Stu, as you said, our first three-setter of the year. Goenaga and Alex in singles. And open it up a little bit more, Alex, you can tell, way more comfortable in that second set. And that's the beauty of this format. Okay, you play poorly in the first set, wipe the slate clean and say, all right, I just got to win the next two, and Alex halfway to doing so. The drop shot really got him started too early on in this second set. That one just missed.
So much of a highlight comes down to confidence builders, and sometimes it's really just individual points, not overall confidence when you step out on the court, though that can be a factor too. If the ball's coming into your cesta well, if the throws are going where you want them to go, it just builds on your confidence. And Alex, as we saw last year, once he gets some momentum going, either in a day or over the course of several game days, he puts a number of points up on the board.
Well, to that point, Stu, he struggled early last season.
Very much so.
But then the last third of the year, I mean, he and Bradley were undefeated in singles. His play reached the highest level we've seen. And also with Manny, I mean, that team won 3 in a row to close out the year, too.
So Alex wants more air conditioning as provided by Gallo. There, it's...
Could invest in a fan. That could be more... Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. That wasn't budgeted for 2025. Maybe in 2026, Andrew. Third set coming up here in about 15 seconds.
You had just a totally different energy after that first set. I mean,
absolutely.
You can just see a little more smile, a little looser. Obviously frustrating the way that first set played out, and sometimes it's easier to let it go when it's so far below your expectations than it is if you lose a close one. And Alex just said, hey, let's forget it. I know what I'm capable of, and he proved it in set 2. See what they can do here in our third and final set.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our third and final set for this match. Goenaga will have the serve for the Renegades. First player to reach 6 points wins this singles match. There's the serve. We begin. Here's the backhand to the inside. Alex on the catch. Alex powerfully from the forehand. There's the backhand from Goenaga. Rebote coming out. That forehand rebote gets away from Alex, hits the overhead screen, which is out of play. Goenaga, first point of the third and decisive set. He serves.
That's something that plagued Alex in the first set. Forwarded with the overhead screen twice, I believe. Again, first point of this third set, same error.
Excellent serve by Goenaga, caught well and returned by Alex. Robote to the outside, not outside enough. Alex has it. Fakes the carom, puts it inside, but Goenaga has it. Little clip. Alex reaches out to take that in the air, low and hard to the inside. What a catch,
yeah.
but the juggle when he hit the wall. Ball bounced in his cesta. That is 1-1.
It's going to be a frustrating one because it was such a great play, but Judge had a pretty clear view of it as it bobbled in the basket. Take a look here. Alex fires it inside. But it's, again, you
He
can
hit the
see
wall
it on
so
the back.
hard there.
Yeah, the
His
back
body
judge called it,
he
and you could see it from
his body
that
blocks
angle.
it. There's a backhand by Goenaga. Robote coming out. Scoop attempt, tip. Second point for Goenaga. He serves.
It was a tough one. Not a lot of bounce on that. Right at Alex's feet. Had to scoop it up quickly and timing just a bit off. Take a look there. That's, yeah, it actually lost contact, hit the side wall, and went back into the basket. So that must have lost contact with the basket at some point there. And great replay again.
Here's the backhand by Alex to the inside. A Robote. Forehand. Saved by Goenaga. Scoop by Goenaga. Backhand to the inside. Robote to the 9 line. Played by Alex. Cut off by Goenaga. Robote left side to the outside. What a catch by Goenaga. Great read. Fine catch. Alex will keep it on the forehand. Plays this high, cut off in the air again by Goenaga. To the inside it goes. Alex is there. Drop shot. Alex takes off. Had the cesta on it, could not make the play. 3 points for Goenaga in the third and decisive set. He serves.
It looked like he wanted to keep that one on the right side and may have cost the opportunity to catch this ball. Look how he comes charging in here.
The focus was on the run, though,
Yeah.
because it was so well done. You could see this is a sprint.
Yeah, but it just kind of runs him out of space maybe a little. But again, that's a catch that he should make, and you can tell by the reaction.
That's
too.
when it comes down to a right-sided versus left-sided player. A
Right.
right-side confident player
is going to go in with
the right
just
side.
like that.
Exactly. Left-side confident player might go in with the left. Sometimes they get screwed up by the time they get there, but we know that Alex's confidence is on the forehand. Good serve by Goenaga. Backhand, 2-all scooped by Goenaga.
Wow. What a
Alex
catch.
adjusts, makes a fine catch, rifles this back. No one's there. 2 points for Alex. Goenaga with 3. Alex serves for the Warriors.
Yeah, not only was Alex able to catch Goenaga's throw in the air, but Goenaga was also way to the outside, had to run all the way around him. So just kind of the worst of both cases there. Bad break off the bounce and just a long run to get back in and save the Robote or make a catch.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. There's a backhand. Powerfully thrown, but catching the overhead screen. 3-3. We're all tied up. Alex serves. So how does that happen? Well, you're trying to throw it really hard, and you're trying to get it over your opponent's head. And in that case, throwing it hard, high up on that front wall, the harder you throw it, the lighter the ball gets, starts to sail. That one kicked up into the overhead screen.
And a premium on passing, too, considering the way that Alex has thrown a couple of those Robotes.
Alex from the 9 line. Drop
long
shot. Little high. Goenaga has it at the 4. Back to the inside, and it scores. Well played by both players. Goenaga has 4 points and the serve in this third set.
And when you play Goenaga, too, you have to watch out for these costados, but he's going to keep a majority inside. Just think, we've seen him play 2 matches now. 95, 98%. I mean, just shy of 100 have gone to the inside.
Yeah.
So, again, sometimes you just got to play the percentages, even in singles. Force him to beat you with a 2-all to the net, because the odds are he's probably not going to throw it there the next time.
Over serve. First fault. Second serve must be good. Here's the backhand by Alex. Robote to the outside. Alex reads it, stops it. Powerful forehand, looking to pass. What a catch by Goenaga. He keeps it low. Alex on the backhand to the inside, right to the corner. Low Robote saved by Goenaga. Alex takes it in the air, winds up, scores on the return. 4-4 is the score. Alex serves for the Warriors.
Just a little clip off the sidewall and then leaves a tough scoop to Goenaga's forehand. And Goenaga would much prefer those scoops to be coming into his left side than the right, as I mean, most players would off that sidewall. 4-4. Late in this match, third set.
Over serve. First fault, second serve, must land between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a catch by Alex. 2-all by Alex. Opens wide and scores. Beautifully thrown and scoring. Alex has 5 points. This is possible set, possible match point.
And the first one that he's landed in to score. Had an attempt earlier in the match that caught the pad. That's why he keep throwing it, though. Goenaga not really close to it. And now 2 chances for Alex to win it. After such a slow start in this match, it'd be big for the Warriors.
Here's the backhand by Goenaga. Robote. Alex gets in there to make the save. Goenaga has time. He's at the 6 line. Drop shot. Alex takes off. It will bounce twice before he gets there. So this has gone the distance. 5-5 in the third set. This is match point.
Huge point in today's game day, too. Already tied up 1-1. And this one was just a toss-up on paper, too.
Good choice by Goenaga.
Yeah. Well, he caught the sidewall in the air. You got to catch the sidewall first, and that'll kill a lot of the speed. He knew it, executed it perfectly. I mean, what a statement this would be if Goenaga can win this match, get this point for his team, his first chance in Division II. That's a big one.
Here's the backhand by Alex to the forehand of Goenaga. Goenaga low and hard. Alex turns to save the Robote, makes the play. He's up. Goenaga winding up. Drop shot. Alex takes off. Got assessed on it, but could not complete the play. Such a hard-fought match going 3 sets. Won by Goenaga of the Renegades.
Tremendous match by both players, but Goenaga takes it on the final point of the third set. 2-1 lead now for the Renegades. You see that game day score in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You win 4 matches, your team wins the game day. 3 matches for each team, that's a game day tie. You win 2 matches or less, game day loss. 2-1, Renegades lead halfway through today's action. Take a look at this final play again. Such a long run. Alex, you see how quickly he gets up. He knows that a shot is coming. It's a drop shot, and this one is just perfect, and it needs to be. Alex got there. Got assessed on it, but couldn't make that catch. 6-5, Goenaga wins it in the third set.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
Wherever you bet, whoever you are. The sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
And we're back here. A couple seconds away from our next match, but before we get into that, that's Division II doubles. We're going to hear from our winner, Goenaga, debut match in Division II singles, and he comes away as the winner. There he is, Goenaga. Congratulations, already 2-0 today. And how much confidence did it give you in the offseason that the team chose to move you up to Division II and keep you as a member of the Renegades?
I think it was the only option, but I mean, I never been in this division. Like you guys can see, it's way tougher, but I try my best. I got lucky on the last set and happy for both of the wins.
Well, great performance by Goenaga today. Congratulations on a great start to this fall season.
Thank you. Thank you.
And up next, Division II doubles. And we'll see the top players of these respective teams, Gosherry and Ben, making their way out for the Renegades against Douglas and Manny for the Warriors. Great front court matchup here. Again, Gosherry and Ben, this is a team we've seen in the last 5 seasons in battlecourt. Yeah, hard to believe. Douglas and Manny, 3rd season in a row together. Played in Division I last year. They were 2-8. Now dropping down to Division II, hoping for a little more success. Gosherry's got the serve. We begin. Catch by Ben on the inside from the 11th line. Floats it up on the wall. Caught by Manny. Catch by Douglas off the sidewall, backhand floated up, and there's Ben. Manny a little more power on this one, right on the wall. Ben ducks out of the way, Gosherry lays up the rebote. Douglas drop shot with a soft touch. Oh, look at Ben, got there just before the second bounce.
Ben read that beautifully.
Ben now ranging back behind him, makes the stop. Douglas backs up to the 9. Sends it high and deep. Gosherry calling forward early. Saves it. Little clip off the wall. Takes Manny to the outside of the court. High and hard. Ben ducking again. Gosherry all the way back. Lays it up. Now Manny. Keeps this one inside. Gosherry takes it off the wall. Big backhand follows. Douglas lined up at the 7th line. Powerful rebote. Wall to wall. Gosherry now. Above his head. Plays it up the middle. Out of a splitter, Manny gets up there, backhand, right into the corner. Ben all alone.
Great
He brings it in off the sidewall. Now Douglas, long rebote, gets it past Gosherry. Ben steps up. Ooh, Magic City bounce. Douglas stays with big bounce to the inside. Here's Ben. Douglas going for the long drop shot, caught the top of the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. First point to Gosherry and Ben.
Yeah, Douglas trying to kill it with that drop shot. Came on top of the pad. Lost the point.
Ducking down, Gosherry comes all the way into the backcourt. Rebote save. Here's Douglas. Costado right to the inside, picked up by Ben. Douglas takes it in from the 9. He powers the backhand, keeps it inside. Ben goes up, makes the play, sends it deep. Forehand rebote, beautifully thrown. Dying, but Gosherry digs it out. Douglas reaching low. Costado fires it up the middle. Ben knocked that one down. We're tied up, 1-1.
Douglas throws hard, but Ben's making those catches, has been making those catches for a while.
Gosherry picks it. Philo scores. Straight to the outside from the Costado. That's a 2-1 lead for the Renegades.
Gosherry, left-handed, makes those plays off the left side consistently since he first came here to the program. Lethal kill shots on the left side. The 2-all, the drop shot, and the outside placement.
It's a powerful serve. Manny gets up there before the second bout, sends it inside. Ben reaching back behind him, makes a tough catch. Manny from the 12, backhand to the inside, crossing the wall. Robote saved by Gosherry. Douglas steps in front of it. Drop shot, long run for Ben. He's not gonna get there. 2-2, tied up.
That was more not Douglas trying to a drop shot, because you see how far it comes back. He saw how far Gosherry was out. Ben's got the legs for that, no question about it. Just close to the side wall, difficult catch.
Powerful serve. Gosherry picks it, whips it to the inside. It scores. 3-2. Renegades back out in front.
Yes, so Douglas served that about 85%, I'd say, of his power. I mean, that was a powerful sidearm serve,
Yeah.
and Gosherry just came straight to his forehand.
Catch on the inside by Ben. Here's Manny from the 11 line. Gosherry saves the rebote. Douglas stepping in, cuts it off, backhand. Right to Ben, kicking off the wall. He stands in, makes a tough catch in the corner.
Oh, what a
Douglas
catch.
rips that one off the sidewall. Backhand, caught by Gosherry. Rebote left side to the inside. Gosherry cuts it off. He advances on it, shoots it outside. Douglas made the catch. Costado, oh, it's got a wonky spin. Gosherry controls it inside. Scooped up by Manny. Great sequence there. Everything back to normal now. Gosherry whips the rebote past both Warriors. Douglas, rebote save of his own. Back to Ben. Right side to the inside. Douglas goes up, cuts it off, floats it along the wall. There's Ben again. Now Manny from the 12 line. Ben couldn't get there. Gosherry stays with the rebote, drops it between the Warriors. Manny ducks. Douglas saves it on the back end. Right along the wall. Tough save. Douglas just flicks it up. Gosherry's got it, though. Drop shot from Gosherry. Long run. Douglas. Oh, man, he did get there. What a catch. Now Ben steps up. Forehand. Oh, open to the outside, right over Douglas's head. Now Manny. Oh. That's a dangerous throw, and it's in the pad. And the pad is bad. 4-2. Gosherry and Ben lead it.
Yeah, Manny was trying to get that cortada in there quickly. He had both of his opponents mid-court to the outside. See, Douglas gets this one earlier. Look at that. Just before it touches the floor. Just flip it back, keep it in play.
In that catch, too, how he's breaking the wrist as he's catching.
Yeah.
It's just so tough. Those floaters. Great catch there by Manny. Delivers it inside. Gosherry, 2-wall rebote. Douglas is all over it. Takes a look. Karam from the outside. Ooh, Gosherry picks it. He sends it low and hard. It scores. 5 points possible. Set point for Gosherry and Ben.
Well, if Gosherry can throw harder, not sure that we've seen it, but that really came in fast. Douglas,
It looked like he got caught between two shots. Didn't know whether to go with a Karam or a cortada. And he's been throwing the cortada beautifully.
he threw a carambola right in the Gosherry cesta.
Catch inside by Ben from the 12 line. Floats it up. Manny steps back to cut it off. Ben, good stop. Puts it inside. Drops between them. Douglas saves the rebote on the back end. Big bounce. Ben goes up.
Beautiful
Terrific control up above his head. Manny from the 11 line to the inside. Ben again as that one crossed late. Now Douglas. Low runner. Ben all alone. He scoops it again. Well, that dropped right in the corner. Douglas, tough rebote. Come out to the Gosherry. And he kind of got caught up between a few throws. Just dropped it. That's a 3rd point for the Warriors.
Gosherry seemed to be either making, he wasn't committed to a shot when he made the catch. Again, he goes very fast, but he also does take a picture. And by taking a picture means that as he makes the catch, he takes a look at who's where on the court, tries to throw it where they're not. In that case, just missed it.
Ben, low runner inside, caught right off the sidewall. Beautiful play, Gosherry. Great court coverage, steps back of the 9 to cut it off. Douglas into the costado, it's a 2-wall. Ooh, Gosherry got it, but offhand got tied up in the net and pushed it out of the way. That's going to be a point for the Warriors. Douglas and Manny now with 4.
Yeah, I think he released the ball after he spun, so that's so. I think that's either holding or the hand in the screen, one or the other. Cat,
That's the
hand in the screen, and the good effort, tremendous effort by Gosherry.
Backhand thrown powerfully up the middle. Douglas on the rebote. Nice play, right back to Ben. What a strong throw. Takes Douglas all the way up to the 6 line. Rebote over the top. Gosherry's looking for it, makes the save. Douglas steps in front, scoops it up, whips a split placement. Gosherry scoops it. He sends it up the middle. Manny knocked it down. Point and set. Gosherry and Ben win it 6-4. 2 minutes, come back and play. Set number 2. (6-4). Gosherry and Ben take the opening set, their opening set of the season.
Hard fought set.
Look, this is a team Douglas and Manny played last year up in Division 1, so coming down to Division 2 this year, hoping for a better season against some lesser competition. But, I mean, you get started off and you face Gosherry. Not all too easy here in the 2nd division.
Lesser's got nothing to do with it.
Look at this throw, forehand to the inside by Gosherry.
The power
so much power.
Yeah.
And then here, again, Douglas
scoop and immediately into the throw. And then from the costado, just firing bullets back there to Manny. Anyone's going to have a difficult time. Manny clearly frustrated that he wasn't able to get assessed on that one. Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida.
Gosherry and Ben, this is now the 6th Battlecourt season in a row that these two are paired up on the Renegades. The first 2 seasons, 11-1 and 8-4 respectively. The last 2 seasons here, the last 3 seasons, 7-3, 8-2, and then 6-4 last year for the Renegades, en route to a championship. So again, can't really question the decision-making. This team has been great. They led by Gosherry up in the front, and been a great compliment so far this season.
And there's really no question that with Gosherry up there, I mean, he has to have a lot of confidence in his backcourt. And he has that confidence with Ben, which is great to see. Gosherry, of course, classically trained since childhood on how to play Jai-Alai. Ben came into the program 2018.
We are ready to begin set number 2 here. Douglas and Manny will serve to Gosherry and Ben. So serve, set 2 is underway. Ben opens up with the backhand inside. Manny ducks out of the way. Douglas with the rebote save. Catch by Gosherry, drop shot. Dropped in to score. First point of our 2nd set to the Renegades.
Gosherry got in there, and again, like we said before, when he has it on the costado, which is that left side, you'll see right here. That's the costado right there. Actually refers in the translation to basically the ribs opening up to the side wall.
It's an overserve, first fault, 2nd serve coming up. Low bullet to the inside. Gosherry waiting for it. Drops it just above the pad. Douglas, kind of a wonky bounce, makes the catch, sends it inside, and Ben with a high scoop. Now Manny back in the corner. Lays it up from the 12. Pass Ben. Gosherry stays with the rebote. Clears the overhead screen. Now Douglas looking for the same. He's got it, but Gosherry cuts it off. 2-wall by Gosherry. Not enough. Douglas, Cortada. That'll score. 1-1, tied up.
Douglas maintained his composure. Gosherry pretty much will kind of set himself up in excellent positioning where Gosherry was going to throw it as he's winding up. That does have a high bounce. Yeah, Douglas makes the catch. Low, hard, crossing the sidewall just in front of Gosherry. Well done.
Catch on the inside by Manny. Lays it up. Now Ben. Douglas looking for the rebote. Keeps it inside. Gosherry, what a tough scoop back at the 9. Oh, and it's tipped right along the sidewall on the return. 2-1. Renegades back out in front.
That corner is a tough place to be making catches. Not a lot of, well, there's, sorry, not a lot of room for error is the way that we usually say it, but there's no room for error. I mean, your cesta's touching the sidewall, your cesta's touching the back wall. There's no room.
Hard serve. Manny stands in. Keeps it on the left side. Now Ben just beyond the 11 line. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Pushed outside. Gosherry stays with it. Makes a save. It clipped the sidewall. Manny takes off. He gets out there. He comes over the top. Ben charging in, and he missed it. 2-2. Tied up.
Well within Ben's ability to catch that ball. Just went off the frame of his cesta.
Ben picks that one up off the floor, sends it inside, caught off the wall by Manny. Plays it deep and stops it overhead. Now Douglas from the 10 line, low bullet inside, catch again by Ben. Now Manny. Gosherry, long costado, high to the inside. Douglas, that's a long run. It died. He tries to save it as a 2-wall, and it's out of play. 3-2. Renegades lead.
Douglas makes tremendous shots there, but trying to turn that one on a 2-wall when he was, see how far back bent he was?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to go with the safe. A safe play is tough against Gosherry. You know, you don't want to throw a Dejada, but just get it up to the front wall without clipping the side wall. Keep it as close to the side wall as possible. You got a shot of scoring with it.
Oh, that came in on Douglas, just knocked it down for safety purposes, but we'll score for the Renegades, 4-2 lead.
Yeah,
really tough one.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can go for the serve. I think that this one just was a little bit more outside than Douglas was expecting.
He's thinking left side, and it ate him up.
Yeah.
Tough break.
Committed to the left side, but
Well, he throws it that hard.
Douglas can, there's no question he can handle the heat. You just got to be in the right position for it.
That's an overserve. First fault, second serve coming up. And he handles that second serve back inside. There's Ben reaching in, makes the stop. Douglas looking for that rebote deep in the backcourt, plays it inside. Gosherry with a chance, drop shot. Long run from Manny, he got there. Well, the backhand clears the screen. Gosherry at the 3 line, turns it outside, and that is just out of play. Third point for Douglas and Manny.
Yeah, Douglas shaking his head and doesn't like to have to depend upon his opponent to make a mistake. Manny gets this ball well and then rifles it, but totally feeds the rebote of Gosherry.
Douglas set up for the rebote, keeps it along the wall. That's well thrown. Good catch by Ben inside. Douglas left side rebote. Gosherry comes cross court to cut it off. Long drop shot between the Warriors, and Manny got there. One-handed catch though. Ben deep in the backcourt now, delivers a forehand. Manny alone for that rebote, has to lay it up. Gosherry attacks, high scoop, sends it inside.
What a scoop
catch
by Manny.
Now Ben floats one inside. Douglas coming all the way back for it. Kind of screened a bit, still made the save, and Gosherry missed it. Great point, 4-4 is the score. Douglas and Manny serve.
It's not over till it's over. Douglas got in there, makes a beautiful catch there at the side wall. Manny powered up there to make the catch. Well done.
Ben switches to the right at the last second. Delivers it past both Warriors. Douglas from the outside plays it in. Ben
Beautiful
all
scoop.
alone. He had to make it. He did. Douglas on Cortada up, scores. 5 points, a possible set point here for Douglas and Manny.
Again, keep that ball close to the side wall when you're throwing those shots. That's exactly what Douglas did there. Well within Gosherry's ability to catch it. Douglas just got to get this next serve by Gosherry. He does.
Ben with the backhand, crossing the wall. Look at Manny reaching in, makes the stop. Now Gosherry from the 9, low bullet inside. Dropped along the side wall, so we're at 5-5 here. Is possible match point for Gosherry and Ben. This is set point for Douglas and Manny.
Don't believe that that ball was ever settled in Douglas's cesta. He'll go to a shot posture fairly quickly after he catches it, but not that quick. That motion seemed to be to try to settle the ball in his basket.
Powerful serve coming in. Manny's got it backed up to the glass. Plays it to the outside. Gosherry stays with the rebote. It's a tough one coming in. Kicking up. Manny stays with it. Gosherry from the costado to the inside. Scoop by Manny. Then now, same spot. A little bit harder. Manny steps out of the way. Douglas, powerful rebote inside. Gosherry's got it. Inside placement. Douglas, good read. He got there. Old Ben, tough catch. Back to the inside with it. Manny reaches in low. Gosherry didn't want it front way. Saves the rebote on the back end. High scoop made by Manny. There's the backhand. Rebote
into the
hooked.
pad.
Into the top of the pad. We are going to a third set. Douglas and Manny. They win it 6-5.
Quite the comeback here for Douglas and Manny. With 2 minutes to go, we're going to see a third set here in our fourth match of the day between the Warriors. Right there in the center of your screen, going up against the Renegades. You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City League Fronton in Miami, Florida. Opening day here for Fall Battlecourt 2025. Reminder this year, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Fridays at 7 p.m. Some replays from that match. You see a beautifully thrown one there by Douglas, crossing the sidewall right in front of Gosherry. Powerful serve by Gosherry, eats Douglas up there, just enough to make sure he doesn't get hit. Gosherry changing things up. Drop shot, Manny reads it, gets it into the basket, settles it, and then launches this backhand. Rebote comes way, way out. Again, that side wall. Gosherry just missed it. About 30 seconds before we begin our third and decisive set here. Manny getting some feedback from Alex. Manny, my goodness, currently in his 24th year of professional highlight play here in the United States. 6 years before that. Yeah, so 30 years of professional highlight experience for Manny. And I don't believe that Alex is 30.
I don't know if anybody else on the court is.
With
Ben.
that experience?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in this matchup.
We have a few 30-year-olds, not that kind of experience. Yeah. And never scratch. Always got to point that out about Manny. 30 years, not one scratch.
One of the most durable guys, one of the best guys in the sport, and
Lucky to
helps
have
make
him
some
here.
of the equipment too. So what a great guy, playing well so far in this match. Third set to decide it here. Gosherry and Ben serving to Douglas and Manny.
Oh, yeah, without Manny, we'd be playing Fron tennis in here. Not that there's anything wrong with Fron tennis, just that's what we would be playing. Yeah.
We begin with a powerful serve in the third set. Better catch by Manny, though. Here's Ben, forehand to the inside, cut off by Douglas. Backhand, fired above the pad, dropping in the corner. Gosherry saves the rebote. Douglas, inside placement again. Ben, wow,
He keeps on the right side.
On the right side, yeah. Goes out to the inside. Look at Gosherry this time, cuts it off, sends it back. Douglas does the same, good reach. Then from the 11, launches it high and deep. Long rebote, saved by Douglas. Wall to wall. It's cutting inside. Gosherry stays with it. Sends it past. Scooped up. Gosherry sends it outside.
What a
Douglas
scoop
with a
by
scoop.
Douglas.
Forehand over the top. Ben with a play on it. Oh, great control. Kick it back across to the right side. Now Gosherry left side rebote again. Coming to Manny all alone. He makes the stop. Oh, Gosherry backing up. He scooped it up at the 11. Dropping at Manny's feet. Douglas saves another rebote. Gosherry attacking. Outside again. That one a little too far out of reach. That'll score.
High energy first point here in this third set. Ball's hot and players are warm.
First one, Douglas able to grab. I mean, you see that. Beautiful reach.
Yeah, he
Great
catches
catch.
so well.
Hard serve, stopped on the left side of Manny. Plays it up the middle. Early call from Gosherry. Drops it above the pad. Douglas, Costado inside, looking to get Ben, and he makes a nice scoop on
Great
the right
catch.
side. Costado inside, kicking up. Ben, great control. Brought it up high at the 11 line.
Caught that
This is
one
coming
behind him.
way out. Douglas saves the rebote, but right to Ben.
Oh, what a catch.
Catch in the corner by Manny. Had to make the play. Now back to Ben. Same spot just beyond the 11. To the inside. Manny reaches low. Sends it back up. Strong rebote inside. Now Manny comes over the top. Gosherry, tough scoop. Little Magic City bounce there. He stayed with it. Offside rebote again. Manny goes up. Comes over the top. Looking for the bounce. Gosherry stands in. Scoops it up. Soft placement inside. Manny picks it off the wall. Sends it right back to Ben. Ducks. Gosherry saves it on the back end. Douglas with a chance. There's a drop shot. Ben takes off. He got there. Forehand. Past Manny. Has to dig one
What a
out.
point.
And it's in the pad. What a point. Great effort by Ben and Gosherry. Renegades with a 2-0 lead.
I mean, everybody played great, but Ben really takes off.
And how about that? I mean, the control there, not even a hint of a juggle.
Yeah. Beautifully played by Ben.
Plays it to pass, and then it's a
Hey,
scoring
trying to get a shot.
Yeah. And he stops a powerful serve. Plays it inside, right to Gosherry. Manny from the 12, pushed it to the outside. Gosherry looking for the rebote on the back end, fires it up the middle. Oh, it kicked up. Manny's got it. Comes over the top. Gosherry looking for it. He cuts it off. Splitter. Split them up to score. 3 in a row for Gosherry and Ben to begin our third set.
We have not seen many split placements today. Of the 3 doubles matches that we've seen. A lot of kill shots, just not a lot of splitters. it doesn't hurt. Looks like it should. I mean, Douglas is contorting his body pretty aggressively there.
Manny back up the middle. Ben stops it from the left side. That one clipped a bit. Takes Douglas to the outside of the court. Sends Rebote back to Ben.
What a catch.
Picked it up off the side wall. Now Manny back at the 12. Puts it inside. Catch again by Ben. Tough Rebote. Gosherry flicks it up above his head. Douglas moving in. Drops it inside. Tough one for Ben. He scoops it again. Douglas high and hard. This comes shooting off the back wall. Gosherry turns it inside with a bounce. Manny, one-handed grab. He made it. Inside placement, big bounce again. That one will score. 4 in a row.
Tremendous play by all 4 players, but Gosherry and Ben are just spot on. Ben has really turned it up a notch here in this 3rd set.
All missed off the serve. That's 5 points. Possible set and a possible match point for Gosherry and Ben of the Renegades.
I know, catch after catch after catch by Manny, and what happens there, it just happens. Ball was a little lower coming off of the side wall, a little faster coming off of the side wall. You know it when it hits your basket. It's just like, no.
It's an underserve. First fault, second serve for Gosherry. Strong backhand, open it up. Gosherry at the 6 line. Back inside, Manny with the stop. Forehand. Ben
Dying.
ducks, it's dying, but Gosherry lays it up. Big bounce, kicking up high. Douglas with the stop, takes a look, sends it back. High and deep to the outside. Gosherry not gonna get there. 3-wall scores. First point for Douglas and Manny, still possible match point.
That will avoid the shutout here in the 3rd set. There's no one that throws this 3-wall better than Douglas, because this looked like it may, see that way that kicked right there? That may have kicked outside, but no, landed in perfectly.
With a big bounce,
Comes
too.
off the back wall, hits the 11 line, goes straight to the screen.
Oh, underserve. Second serve coming up. Manny from the 12 line, sidearm play, cut off. Right off the sidewall there by Gosherry, sends it deep. Douglas all the way at the 4 line, powerful turn inside, right back to Ben. Douglas left side this time.
Beautiful
Straight to the
throw.
inside, but Ben not gonna let that ball touch the floor, makes a great catch in the air. One floated up, right on the wall. Rebote forehand, turned by Douglas. Cut off by Ben again. Gosherry running with it. He gets there deep in the backcourt, hooked it in the pad. Pad is bad, 2 points. Douglas and Manny, they're serving.
Division I and Division II, there's really no such thing as a safe lead. And obviously, with Gosherry up there, you'd expect that he would have the opportunity to finish it here, but we have seen comebacks. Still possible match point for Gosherry and Ben.
Low bullet to the inside, caught by Manny. He goes deep. Rebote saved by Gosherry, picked up on the bounce by Manny. Comes out over the top. Gosherry scoops it up in the front, whips it inside. Douglas not going to get there, but interference has been ruled. The point will be replayed.
So Manny passed on making that catch on the bounce. Douglas was moving back to make it. Yeah, I mean, Gosherry. Yeah, it's not Gosherry's fault. It's completely unintentional. Just
replay it.
Yep, absolutely.
That's an underserve. First fault, second serve coming up. Robote left side, Douglas turns it just above the pad. Long run for Benny, ripped it off the wall. Now Douglas backed up to the 9 line, low bullet. Gosherry calls him off, saves it on the back end.
Oh, right to the corner.
Right in the corner again. Gosherry comes out with it on the right side. Douglas inside placement. Long run.
Oh,
Ben,
what a catch
high
by Ben.
Scoop made in the corner.
Gosherry called him off too. Right up the middle.
This one for Gosherry. Back to the inside. It's on the wall. Picked up by Manny. Ben. Forehand trying to get it on the wall. Douglas going to step in to cut it off. Low bullet.
What a catch.
Again. Now Manny, sidearm play. Gosherry's got this one, cuts it off low. Costano to the inside, looking to finish it. Manny steps up, takes it in the air. Late call by Gosherry,
Hooked.
and this one's hooked again into the pad. So 3 points for Douglas and Manny. Still hanging around.
I'll tell you, Ben's catching. He hasn't missed a beat coming out of last season. If anything, he's gotten better. He's made some phenomenal catches. Catch after catch after catch in the back. Gosherry's called him off of a couple, but Ben has room to make those catches. He's done a beautiful job with it.
Ben from the outside handles the serve, blasts the backhand. Douglas looking for it. Robote to the inside. Ben now just beyond the 11, sends it deep. Robote forehand. Gosherry running with it. Sends it back to the inside. Big bounce. Manny ran out of space, but made the catch along the inside. Gosherry's got it. Inside placement looking to end it. That is tipped. Scoring for the win. Point, set, and match. Gosherry and Ben take it in the third set. 6-3. Man, hard fought the entire way through. Douglas and Manny, late run there made things interesting. But 6-3 in the third set. Renegades win their third match of the game day. So with 2 matches left, the Renegades have secured at least a tie of the game day. If they win one of these next 2, they will pick up a full point in our standings for the game day win. Take a look at that final throw. Gosherry hard to the inside. See Manny, yeah, looked like he tipped it just a bit coming that way, and the Robote not played either. Yeah, got late energy by that Warriors team, but just not enough to get them past the finish line. 6-3, Gosherry and Ben take that third set. In tremendous play, you know, Gosherry
very much so
has been the leader of this team. They've won 3 championships, obviously one of, if not the best player here, but Ben, his play in the backcourt is the key for that team.
Year after year after year, Ben gets better and better and better. Just consistent improvement.
We're going to hear from our winning team. They're ready to go. Gosherry and Ben. There they are joining us in the players' cage. Congratulations. First win in as many opportunities this season. Ben, you guys have now played together. This is the 6th season in a row. What does it mean, and how do you guys keep improving year after year?
I know for me personally, I respect, you know, how difficult this sport is. I respect the heritage of the sport, and I understand that every time I walk on the court playing Division II, I'm not going to ever be the best player, but I have the best player. So as long as I just stay focused, you know, keep working hard, we always going to have a chance with this guy.
Awesome, guys. Great start. You've already secured a tie. Good luck the rest of the game day. See if you can get that win. Thank you.
Thank you.
Going back to singles up next, our Division 5 matchup will feature CRB for the Renegades, and he'll take on Gallo for the Warriors. CRB, this is his first singles match in Division since Season 1. CRB played as a Division 6 player from Season 2 through Season 7. He's moving back up to Division 5 this year, and it comes with a few singles matches.
There's the serve. We've begun. Ball's in and out of Gallo's cesta. CRB gets the first point for the Renegades. So it'll be a fun one.
Always fun when CRB's out there. And Gallo, great personality, great energy, and a lot of shots. We've seen that the last few seasons.
Gallo on the forehand from the 11 line. CRB midcourt with the catch. Rebote forehand. Kicks to the inside. CRB's there. Rebote forehand save by Gallo. He'll keep this ball in play. CRB advances. 2-all. 2 score. That's really well thrown by CRB. 2 points for CRB of the Renegades. He serves.
CRB, a tough opponent in this group. He's undoubtedly the quickest guy in this group. He's got a lot of shots. I mean, it's really just the consistency for CRB. You see there, he opens up with a 2-wall, just drops it inside the boundary line to score.
Really well done. Backhand by Gallo. CRB from the 10 line. Rebote dropping, saved by Gallo. CRB advances, will take this in the air. In and out of the basket the ball goes. That's a 3rd point for CRB. CRB on the board with 3 points and the serve.
Just great play.
Sorry, that's Jedden from the Jedden, who just like since the first day CRB walked through the door has given him nothing but grief.
How about CRB though, moving up on the ball, catching it in the air, and delivering a nice forehand? I mean, that's exactly what you like to see from him in singles.
Rebote forehand save.
What's up?
That touched the overhead screen before it hit the front wall. That's a point for Gallo. Gallo takes over the serve.
Just catching a piece of that overhead screen right there. Gets a little tough inside. He got the rail to work with too, so it might not catch a piece of the net, but any part of that rail also out of play.
Ball tipped off the serve. That's 2 points for Gallo. CRB with 3. Gallo serves.
Those high floaters that cross the side wall deep in the backcourt give players a lot of trouble. Gallo got one right there. See if he can find the spot again.
There's a backhand by CRB. Gallo from the forehand to the inside passing. CRB looking for the rebote. It's dropping. He makes the save. Gallo takes this on the bounce. Hard throw to pass, keeping it low. That scores. Well done. We're tied up at 3-3. Gallo serves.
A little too long of a run that time for CRB. And the rebote was just dropping towards the floor. Really not a lot on it. A lot working against him, and 3 in a row now for Gallo after that slow start.
Yeah, Gallo moving CRB around the court a bit more now.
And today, unlike maybe some other days, you might see some more dramatic runs. Guys just adjusting back to this court.
Rebote forehand by Gallo. CRB, great stop there at the 8 line.
Oh.
Chula scores. We don't see many of them. We saw one there. If you were to ask CRB, I promise you he's going to tell you that's exactly what he intended to do.
And that's what the C stands for in his name, Chula.
Does it?
I think it's Chadsworth, isn't it?
I was going to say that's
his Basque name.
Oh. Yeah, still no. No, still definitely no.
No.
I think that's one of the second ones he's thrown ever. Good catch by Gallo at the 11. Forehand played back to pass. Gallo passing again, hard to the corner. CRB sets up, makes a fine save. Gallo now from the 6 line. Again, same spot. Oh, CRB went to cut that off in the air. 4-4 is the score. Gallo serves for the Warriors.
Tough one for CRB. Had it lined up, but just spinning out of the basket as he approached it with the right side.
And also was moving back, if you notice, moving back with the ball. Moving up on the ball, that's one thing. Moving back with the ball, I don't know what it is. Well, obviously, it's all physics and geometry, but it's just more difficult to catch. Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Big backhand. Robote coming out. Gallo sent it, but sent it to the overhead screen. CRB has 5 points and a possible set point.
Yeah, not a lot of control on that swing by Gallo. Violent, sent it up high and well into that overhead screen and out of play. 2 chances for CRB to take it. First single set.
Gallo from the forehand. CRB, great catch at the 9 line. Rote is dropping. Gallo makes a save. CRB attacks. Has it on the left side. Drop shot will score for the win. Point and set goes to CRB. He takes the first set 6-4. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
Yeah. Yes.
Great combination here. Look at CRB. I mean, again, you see this. He sees Gallo turn to save the rebote, so he's moving up on the ball, catches it above his waist, and then throws a drop shot with that level of control just above the pad, and it's dead by just beyond the 3 line. But again, now in Season 8, the chief judge was talking about it, but how about the improvement? I mean, CRB playing great, Ben's playing great, just every player on both of these teams stepping up, and it's just awesome to see that improvement considering where we started 8 seasons ago.
This is the catch-22 in training to play highlight, is that the number of highlight players who go from not tying on a cesta to being anywhere near great, even in the amateur range. I mean, it's 1 in 30 or 40 maybe. And so when you talk about that and take that up to the professional level, there's no statistics for it. I mean, there's really not. Having known, don't know everyone who's tried in Spain and in France, but over here in the United States, I mean, it's a very short list of people who ever were able to jump from playing amateur and then with it, literally any less than 3 years or 4 years or 5 years into becoming an adequate professional. You just don't see it. Just don't see it.
CRB happy to be back out there again. The Division 6 players don't compete against one another in singles, so that's only reserved for the top 5 ranked players. Now CRB with a chance this year after, was it 6 seasons off without playing singles? There were, select opportunities for him to substitute up and play some of those matches, but Season 1 was the last time he played a full season a full single season in his division. He was 1-5 that year. For Gallo too, it's just been a struggle. This is now his 3rd season of play in battle court. He was 3-2 in singles the first year, and everyone kind of expected him to take that next jump in year 2, which was what we've seen for most players. But Gallo kind of took a step back, went 0-5 last year, and the reason why he dropped to this Warriors team here in the draft. See what he can do to begin set 2. Gallo ready to serve.
Gallo serves. Our second set has begun. Here's the backhand by CRB. Robote forehand. CRB, great stop at the 9 line. CRB, another fine catch there at the side wall. Cortada with a light touch. That's a perfect throw by CRB to score. He gets the first point of the second round. He serves.
Yeah, if he throws that any harder, it gives Gallo a chance to catch that ball before the second bounce. He recognizes where he's positioned.
Just
cuts
enough.
Off the swing, crosses the side wall. Look at where it drops. Just beyond the 7.
Gallo's starting his move back behind the 10 line. You just get it above the pad. Make sure you don't touch it. Good catch by CRB. CRB comes over the top. Difficult catch by Gallo. There's the backhand. Robote forehand. Karam.
Oh, he's going to get there.
Oh, CRB's up there. He stopped it with the right side, throws it back hard to score. 2 points for CRB of the Renegades. He serves. Gallo, he changed things up there. but he took a little while developing that. And CRB read it perfect.
Yeah, and I think he thought it was going to open up a little more when it touched the front wall here. I mean, look at where it takes its first bounce, and then the second bounce is barely outside the boundary. CRB's quick. He's going to get to that all day and fires a forehand to score.
There's a backhand. That took off and hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. 3 points for CRB. CRB serves. Here's a backhand by Gallo. Rebote forehand. Gallo on the backhand, low and hard to the inside, and CRB is there. That's a great catch. Long 2-all, stopped by CRB. Karam by CRB will score.
That?
4 points for CRB, he serves.
CRB is going to be tough in singles. I mean, again, he catches the ball well. He's quick. He's got a wide variety of shots, and it's just a lot of court to cover in singles. You get down to this 5th division, guys don't move nearly as well as he does. He's going to have an advantage almost every time he steps out on the court. It'll be interesting to see how the season plays out for him. Good start so far, 4-0.
In and out of the cess the ball goes. CRB has gone straight points to a possible match point in the second set. 5-0. Gallo, long Karam. CRB read that one, stops it, and the inside policeman scored. Point. And a straight set victory in the second set for CRB, taking it 6-0.
And with that win, CRB locks up the game day for his Renegades. They will pick up 1 point for the game day win. And still with one match left to play, Division I doubles. Closing out the day, Gosherry and Migarena debut against Alex and Douglas. We'll see that final point. Good serve here. Gallo, again, going for broke. Karam right off the serve. CRB makes the stop, and then again, that soft cortada scoring for the win. Renegades pick up their first game day win of the year, courtesy of CRB. Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Gosherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gosherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one! There's CRB joining us after that win. CRB, how excited are you to just get back out there and compete in a full season of singles?
Man, this is what I've been wanting for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 seasons. It's been wild. So super happy I can come out here, show what I'm capable of in singles, and capitalize.
Awesome, Chad. Great performance today. 2-0, winning both of your matches. Congratulations on the first game day win of the year for your Renegades.
Thank you.
That'll take us to our final match. Gosherry and Migarena, new backcourt partner for Gosherry this season. They will take on Alex and Douglas. Yes, Alex in the front court and Douglas moving to the backcourt here. First time we've seen Douglas in the backcourt since, man, I would say season 2 or 3, really. It's been quite a while. But Douglas moving to the back, see what he can do. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our final match of the game day. Gosherry and Migarena serve to Alex and Douglas. There's the serve, and we begin. Nice backhand by Douglas, coming out on the left side, caught in the corner by Miguelina. Douglas pulls it off the wall, backhand again. Tipped. Alex and Douglas get the first point here of our final match.
Douglas has skills that serve him well in the front court and definitely in the back court. His catching is phenomenal. He's got power to throw it wall to wall from the back court. It's a question of how he and Alex are going to play together.
Catch inside by Douglas, floats it up. Miguelina just beyond the 11 line, sends it back. Douglas. Catch in the corner by Miguelina, backhand, dropping. Oh, Alex stepped up, made the catch in the air. Douglas takes it in off the sidewall, big backhand coming, pass to Miguelina. Gosherry lines up the rebote, sends it inside. Now Douglas, backhand. Powerfully thrown, cut off by Gosherry. Rebote forehand. Gosherry off his footing, plays it up the middle. Alex with a chance. Cortada to the inside, picked up before the second bounce. That's a spectacular catch. One cutting inside, good pull by Miguelina, backhand. Stopped by Douglas now. Rebote left side to the inside, big bounce, kicking up. What a catch there by Douglas, kicking up high on the left side. Alex, forehand over the top on the bounce. Miguelina picks it up, sends it high and deep. Well out of Douglas's reach. Alex plays the rebote to the outside, and Miguelina can't get there. Gosherry saves it on the back end. Forehand inside, crossing the wall, pulled in by Miguelina. Big backhand now. Coming out to the rebote. Alex, oh, that one clipped right to Gosherry in the middle of the court. Whipped inside. Douglas steps up, read it perfectly. Long Cortada from the backcourt, scooped up by Gosherry. Drop shot to the inside. That one scores. Well played point. Goes to the Renegades. We're tied 1-1.
Beautiful play by all four players. Douglas looking fine. The communication between he and Alex is spot on. Alex, again, you're still seeing some of that adjustment. He's leaving most of the balls to the backcourt. Gosherry knows Douglas's game better than anybody, so he knows that he can throw whatever he wants back there. Douglas is, for the most part, going to catch it. You're not going to beat Matt behind the 8 line. Just not going to happen.
Backhand to the outside, and Miguelina thought about it, lets it come out. Gosherry lays up the rebote, big bounce. Great control up high there by Douglas. Low runner, scores.
Yep. Just beautifully thrown to the inside there by Douglas. That power down low, again, along the wall the whole way. He just rifles this. Well, again, and also with him playing in the backcourt now, you don't want to be throwing it so hard that you're feeding Gosherry's rebote regularly.
That's an overserve. First fault, second serve coming up. That's kind of the only thing I've seen early on is that he's throwing the ball hard. In 5 points, that ball's coming out to like the 4 line.
A little lower, a little harder, a little more inside.
Douglas steps around it, keeps it on the left side. Backhand coming in low. There's Gosherry. Low bullet pulled in off the sidewall. Douglas sends it back. Catch by Miguelina. Douglas now on the forehand, winds it up, sends it over, but Gosherry's head, crosses the wall. Now he comes into the backcourt, just lays it up. Alex attacking, up at the 6, cuts it off, sends it back to Miguelina. Here's the backhand. Alex now with the forehand, crossing the wall, and Miguelina keeps it on the left side.
Great catch.
Douglas rips it off the sidewall, he sends it deep, that's coming way out. Gosherry up at the 5 line, turns it inside, caught the corner, Alex. Soft Cortada, it's dropping. Miguelina, great read. Oh, what a scoop now by Douglas, charging in from the backcourt. Into the corner. Gosherry lays this one up. Alex looking for, picks it off. Drop shot. Ooh, Gosherry faked him out. He got there. Philo scores from Gosherry. 2-2, tied up.
So far in the backcourt, Douglas is perfect as far as catching and throwing. Hasn't been out of position, has not missed a ball. feeding Gosherry's rebote a couple times. That'll come with experience. And again, we're watching the adjustment period of Alex getting reacclimated to the court here at Magic City. That really plays into this dynamic. If you have Alex playing the way he did, as you said, the last third of last season with Douglas in the back, tough to beat that team. Alex wanted to go for that.
Thought about it.
Yeah.
Douglas makes the catch, sends it back into the corner. Now Amigarena. That one's cut off by Alex up at the 8. Little bullet along the wall, tipped. Alex and Douglas with 3.
So Amigarena has gotten progressively better season after season. Some difficulty here early on with those low hard balls coming in at the side wall.
Douglas crouching down, pulls it in the air. Catch, by Gosherry. Tough one right on the wall. Big backhand follows. Alex backpedaling quickly, stops at the 6, delivers it inside. Gosherry's got it. Long drop shot. Both Warriors running. Alex gets it. Drop shot return. Amigarena comes charging, makes the play. Douglas steps around it. Robote to the inside. That's well thrown. Gosherry coming back for it. Clips a bit. Alex steps around it. Here's the forehand. Back to the inside. Taken in by Amigarena.
Wow, that was a nice catch.
Great catch again by Douglas. Pulls it off the wall, sends it back. Amigarena in the corner, comes out on the left side. Alex leaping grab, forehand. Right back to Amigarena. Robote left side by Gosherry. This one's got a big bounce. Douglas reaching up high, makes the scoop, sends it back right along the wall. It's caught by Amigarena. Beautiful play. Robote missed. 3-3. Trading points here. Gosherry serves.
Few mistakes by Alex there up in the front court. But again, question of, I think anyway, a question of reacclimating to the court. Douglas has been flawless in the backcourt. Court positioning has been perfect, the way he's been moving up on the ball.
Douglas handles another powerful serve. Back to the inside. Ooh, that passes Amigarena and saved, though, by Gosherry.
Tipped in the front court.
Went for it, tipped it. 4-3 lead for Gosherry and Amigarena.
Ball was coming in hard, just went off the tip of Alex's cesta. But the communication between Douglas and Alex has been pretty impressive, actually.
Hard serve, ate him up. Douglas still comes away with it. Now Amigarena, deep in the backcourt, drops it inside. Douglas comes charging in, he fires it back. Amigarena again. Alex with the flying catch, backhand, stopped by Gosherry now. Here's Douglas with the catch. Fires it back, Gosherry again from the costado. Looking for the bounce up over his head. Douglas controls it up high on the left side. That one's kicking out. Robote forehand turned powerfully by Alex right to Gosherry's left side. Now Douglas pulls it off the wall. Big backhand. This one coming in a little lower. Doesn't feed the Robote. Gosherry plays it inside. There's the scoop by Douglas. Catch off the sidewall. Amigarena plays it back. Douglas from the 12. Powerful return right back to Amigarena. Right along the wall. Amigarena stops it. Sends it deep. Douglas out of the way. Alex, beautiful Robote. It's cutting inside on the wall. Gosherry saves it, but it's too high up in the overhead screen. 4-4 is the score. Alex and Douglas serve.
And when you watch highlight for a while, and many of you have been, but I know Andrew has been as well, it's not often that you see the difficult look effortless, but you're seeing some of that here in the backcourt. I'll leave it to you to figure out which one. Not which backcourt are effortless, even the hard stuff.
Low runner to the inside by Amigarena, scooped by Douglas. Powerful return. Amigarena's there again. Robote forehand, Alex turns it inside, scoop by Amigarena, backhand, powerfully thrown right to Douglas. Amigarena gets it on the right side, over the top, crossing the wall. Douglas picks it off again. This one comes shooting off the back wall. Quick turn by Gosherry right along the inside. Douglas, another great catch. Douglas now with the backhand from the 10 line, low bullet. Amigarena steps out of the way. Quick turn by Gosherry, saves the Robote. Alex forehand whipped inside. Amigarena now has to dig it out, and he does. Great save. Low bullet stopped by Amigarena. Backhand from the 12, opens outside. Douglas gets there. Forehand. Into the corner. Gosherry with time, saves it. Alex, quick scoop, just missed. That's 5 points. Possible set point for Gosherry and Amigarena.
Some unforced errors in the front court here with the Warriors. Alex apologizing. Hands up, sorry I missed another one. Really more of a kind of a classic matchup here. The back quarter sets up the front quarter to kill it is generally how it works. Oh, what a catch.
Yeah, another catch there by Douglas. That was a powerful serve. Amigarena. Great play of his own back in the corner. That clears the screen. Robote coming out to Alex. Saves it 2 walls. Scoop by Gosherry. Pumps it inside. Douglas going to play the Robote. That's the right choice.
Right to the inside.
Saves it along the wall. Right back to Amigarena. Now Douglas in the middle of the court. Fires it inside again. Amigarena's got this one in the air.
Oh, what a catch.
What a grab by Douglas. Just ripped it off the wall. Gosherry does the same up in the front court. Now Douglas from the 11. Powerful backhand coming inside. Amigarena steps back, makes the throw, and Douglas is there at the 12 line to pull it in. Douglas ducks. Alex just does get around it. Gosherry with a chance. Splitter. Split him up to score for the set. Gosherry and Amigarena win it 6-4. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play set number 2. What a well-played set. A lot of power. Not a ton of shots being thrown, but again, a little more conservative play by both of these front quarters, but the speed is just something to marvel at. Douglas debut here in the backcourt in quite a while.
Flawless.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much more you can say. I don't think he missed a ball, made a couple of incredible catches.
May have overthrown 2 that fed a Robote, but he didn't score off of them, so they turned out not to be mistakes. If you overthrow the Robote from the backcourt and you feed the guy in front and he kills you with it, that's one thing. And Gosherry certainly capable of doing that. And again, Alex, by no means slacking. I sincerely believe it's just a question of readjusting. But Gosherry also not able to really get anything off. And that, I think, has a lot to do with what was going on in the backcourt of the opposing team. I don't know that helps. I've heard that some players banging their head on the sidewall helps, but I've never known it to help.
Just a reset, maybe.
For the wall or the player?
Could be both.
Okay.
You can't judge. And there's the splitter.
No, not being judgmental. I'm in my 50s, so this may be a youth thing. A youth thing. He was taught by so-and-so sensei to whack his head on the sidewall twice.
Could be.
I just, think that there's risk involved with that.
I would agree with you. I guess the biggest change this offseason for the Renegades, they lost Urbieta, who actually played in Division II, and then they kind of replaced him, in essence, with Amigarena. Last year, Amigarena was catching 95.2% overall. Urbieta was one of the best on the roster at 97.5%. You also have to factor in volume. Urbieta had, 2,550 catch attempts to Amigarena's 1,674. So if you actually multiply that out, and Urbieta was catching nearly twice as effectively as Amigarena. So that's going to be the key. Can Amigarena keep this Renegades team in it? He's playing with Gosherry here and Goenaga on another team. Can he do enough in the back to just allow those front quarters to do their thing? So far, so good. We'll see what happens in the second set. Alex and Douglas will have the serve. Powerful serve. Oh, it's cut off by Gosherry. Quickly into the drop shot. It's not droppy enough. Alex Filo scores on the return. Alex and Douglas first point here, set 2.
Gosherry threw that well. Alex gets up to it to stop it beautifully. Again, good speed and good control here. Takes his time, scopes it out, and just, yeah.
Migarena from the outside. Douglas let it pass, but he does save the rebote on the back end. Oh, between the Renegades and Migarena trying to bail him out. He does with a great save. Now the Warriors scrambling. Douglas gets it inside. Scoop by a Migarena. And back to normal now. Douglas reaching back behind him from the 12, makes the catch. Flips it inside, pass to Migarena. Gosherry, left side rebote. Douglas on the hop. Powerful forehand crossing the wall. Gosherry picks it off, sends it high and deep. Alex on the rebote, fires it back up the middle, and Migarena on the right side. To the inside. Douglas, backhand. Gosherry comes out. Alex rather goes up. Outside placement, not outside enough. Gosherry pumps it inside. Douglas,
oh, what a scoop
there in the backcourt. My, oh my. Gosherry off his footing, all he can do with it. Drops it inside. Douglas calls him off. Powerful throw over the top of Migarena now. What a rebote save that was. Now beyond the 13 line, a Migarena inside, cut off by Alex. Beautiful catch.
Too much.
Didn't have control though. That returns in the overhead screen. First point for Gosherry and Migarena. We're tied up.
It's a very, very interesting matchup here in battlecourt. Very interesting matchup.
Oh, Alex hesitated, made the catch anyway.
Great catch by Gosherry.
Gosherry coming cross court, and Douglas from the backcourt scoops it again. Gosherry left side, back to the inside. There's Douglas, good catch. Hard backhand, that's a low runner.
Oh, what a
Gosherry
catch by
just
Gosherry.
rips it off the wall. Now Douglas, leaping grab in the backcourt, sends it deep, clears the screen. No chance for Migarena. Gosherry barely got out there.
Too much.
That rebote, a little wild. Got away from Douglas. Out of play, 2 points, and the lead for the Renegades.
Yeah, however many points we played, that's his first mistake from the backcourt. And again, not so much a mistake, just error. It was a difficult rebote to throw. He was trying to get it up, sailed. Gosherry's been really working it hard. I mean, really working him hard. And Douglas has been answering everything.
Douglas got there before, across the wall. Big backhand. Right in the sidewall. Here's the rebote. Gosherry powers it inside. Douglas makes the catch. Low bullet, dropping. Migarena pulled the cest out late, and the rebote short. By Gosherry, that's 2-2. Warriors serve. Rebote left side to the inside. Oh, Gosherry picked it off the floor. Drop shot.
On the pad.
Yeah, caught the top of the pad. Any part of that pad is bad.
Gosherry changes things up on the costado about, well, as well, if not better than anyone else in battle court. And here, see, he makes a catch down low. Really looking to try to thread the needle.
Outside serve is an underserve. Second one coming up.
Bold shot for Alex. He snapped a couple of those last year, didn't he?
Yeah. He's been known to break down the outside serve. Migarena opens up with the low runner inside. Douglas backing up. That came in on him, still made the catch. Now Gosherry, what a powerful backhand, kicking up and out. Forehand rebote to the inside, cut off by Migarena. There's the backhand. Now Douglas from the left side. What a bullet there, crossing the wall. Migarena didn't want it. Gosherry has to save it.
Oh.
That
That's a do-over?
That is a replay of the point. Interference has been ruled. That is a replay of the point. It hits up there. Didn't think anyone would get up there, but hey, what quite a throw.
We put Douglas in the back.
Well, runner, that one's tipped by Douglas. Quick third point, 3-3. Gosherry to Migarena, sir.
Douglas' first miss in the backcourt here. Ball just tipped. Little late notice from Alex. Oh, what a catch
there by Douglas. Man, what a catch as that crossed the wall. Gosherry, though, back to the inside. Powerful throw. That's going to open, but Douglas stays with it. Sends Robote inside, scooped up by Migarena. Offside Robote, hooked up the middle. Gosherry again, inside placement. Douglas with the scoop this time. He made it.
That was different.
Catch on the bounce of Migarena. Sends it deep. Robote left side. Hard to the inside. Picked up a Migarena now beyond the 11. To the inside again. Douglas with the catch. Powerful backhand. Here's the Robote. Douglas pulls it off the sidewall once more. A little more height on this one. Migarena able to make the catch. Fires it back inside. Look at Alex. Comes flying in. Controls it. Sends the right side inside. There's a Migarena. That was right on the wall. Dropping in the corner. Gosherry with a diving save. Alex moving up on it. Makes the catch. Drop shot. Gosherry got there and the Philo scores. What a run. And a great point goes to the Renegades.
Yeah, Alex has got nothing to be frustrated with there. He threw that beautifully. Gosherry just turned on the afterburners, got there, makes a phenomenal catch.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the floor.
This is a great play by Alex. Tremendous play. Cutting to the outside. And this ball, that ball was taking its second bounce between the 3 and 4. Great play by Gosherry. Tremendous play by Gosherry.
Alex cuts off the serve, sends it inside. Migarena, what a catch. That one practically on the floor. Douglas backing up in the corner. Makes a great play of his own. Gosherry left side of Bote. This one's got a big bounce going up high. Douglas controls it, sends it inside. There's a Migarena waiting for it at the 12. Douglas takes it off the wall, backhand, high and deep. This comes shooting off the wall, saved by Gosherry. Now Douglas, backhand. Gosherry, left side of Bote's save, kicking up. Douglas, what a play on the left side.
Tough one.
Long Robote kind of fed it. Oh, Gosherry, rather Alex with a spectacular catch up in the front court. This one's got a big bounce. Douglas attacks it, stops it at the 8, comes over the top. Gosherry looking for it, he picks it off the wall. Great play. Douglas now up a little further at the 10 line, sends it back to a Migarena. This one a little bit higher, but it does clear the screen. Alex backpedaling quickly, drops it inside. Now Robote for a Migarena. It's a 2-wall. Takes Douglas to the outside, good control, comes back over the top again. Oh, Gosherry's got it, Philo. Stopped by Alex. Hurtado,
oh, what a
up,
catch by Gosherry.
But it was juggled.
By Gosherry.
By Gosherry. What a point. 4-4 is the score. Alex and Douglas serve.
Fast enough for you?
Almost couldn't even announce what was going on.
It's amazing.
Juggle by Gosherry. Just to clarify, I mean, you didn't even know who the juggle was on.
Yeah,
it happened so quickly.
The pace of that play is just amazing.
Oh, runner to the inside, scooped up by Douglas. He goes high and deep. It's off the back wall. Robote coming out, turn to the outside. Alex, good reach. Carom by Alex. Is short of the pad.
He wanted that carom just a little too bad.
Boy, that guy, yeah. And with Gosherry inside, too. a little scary for a moment, but everyone's safe. 5-4. It's a possible match point here for the Renegades. 2 of them, if they need it. Alex picks the serve, sends it up the middle. Omega Reyna, what control on the right side. Back inside, crossing the wall. Douglas reaches up high, makes the catch. Now Omega Reyna from the 11, back inside. Alex steps around it, forehand over the top. Omega Reyna backs up, handles it comfortably at the 12. Douglas reaches low, makes the catch. What a powerful throw that was. Gosherry backpedaling into position, keeps it inside. There's Douglas again, backhand, just above the pad. Gosherry running back with it. Just lays it up. Big bounce. Alex looking to control it. He does. Forehand whipped inside. Tough one. Omega Reyna digs it out. What a play. Now Douglas backing up from the left side. Looking across the wall. Omega Reyna not going to let him. Douglas stepping up. All he can behind this throw. It's knuckling. Gosherry comes back and does make a tough save on the rebote. Alex to the inside. Omega Reyna all alone. He's got it again. Forehand back over the top. Douglas from the 10 line. A little bullet inside, cut off by Omega Reyna. He sends it high and deep. Not past Douglas, though. Brings it in. Long rebote. Splitter, scoop by Alex. 2-wall is out. Point, set, and match. Hard-fought match. Going the way of the Renegades. Gosherry and Omega Reyna win it 6-4. 6-4. Great performance there by Douglas, making his debut in the back, but Gosherry and Omega Reyna, their debut is a success. 6-4, 6-4. They win it in straight sets. And the Renegades win 5 of 6 matches on this opening night. After losing Urbieta last season, they reload, moved Goenaga up, and this team right back where they left off.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
First time playing together in Omega Reyna, how was it being behind Gosherry?
Unbelievable. I had to do just a couple of things easy. I have been playing professional many years, so I know how I had to play with Gosherry. It's a pleasure to play with him because if I do my job, probably we are going to win games. So very happy for this victory and to start this season with the victory.
Yeah, Gosherry, there were a couple questions about this Renegades team coming into Season 8, and you guys deliver with a 5-1 win on opening night. What type of statement do you think you guys made tonight?
We knew that it was going to be difficult, but we make our job. We have new players. We are happy with them. We are a team, and just believe in each other. Just go and play as hard as we can, and that's the goal, no? If we play like we played today, we have chances to beat all the teams, so that's our goal.
Awesome, guys. Great start for you today. Congratulations on that opening game day win, folks. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Join us tomorrow night as we continue on our Fall 25 Battle Court season. See you tomorrow.